Welcome back, students. Today we are going to see about type of softwares. In the previous lecture, we have seen about the software characteristics, software and software engineering concepts. So, uh, to begin with the basic type of softwares, the first is a system software. System software is a collection of programs written to service other programs. So these are the softwares that are generally written that are not for mass public use, or the public cannot see that particular software directly sometimes. Whenever those people who are like a part of a team or are developers can actually access these type of softwares, but these software generally are there to provide services to another set of softwares, okay, application softwares. So, like your compilers or your interpreters or any other softwares. Like uh, there are two type of system softwares. One is called determinate system softwares, and the second, another one is called indeterminate system softwares. Oh, so in determinate system softwares, you actually have compilers, editors, file management utilities. They are called determinate. Why the determinate word is used here? Because we can determine the stages, next stage. Okay, a compiler means it will compile. If we misses out our syntax, if we generally have doesn't know a symbol, doesn't know a keyword, it will stop. Okay, so that's what I mean by determinate. Okay, and indeterminate means a system doesn't know what will be the next state. Like in operating system, user can have any resource, user might have no resource, user might have a constrained resource. In that case, the operating system might have to take a decision, or it might be like a stage which is unknown, right? He doesn't know which stage to go, so that might be possible. So it is an indeterminate system software. System software generally have a heavy interaction with computer hardware. Like OS has a lot of tightly coupled systems which actually interchange data with the hardware. They are generally designed for a multi-user system, and OS Windows OS is not designed for a single set of user. Many type of different users use the same system. That's what we mean by multi-user. Concurrent operations that require scheduling, resource sharing, and sophisticated process management, complex data structures, and multiple external interfaces. So these are certain attributes for related to system softwares. The next is real-time softwares. Real-time softwares are the software that monitors, analyze, control real-world events as they occur in a real time. That means if a system is designed for a military missile system, the system will monitor the situation, and as per the situation, the missile has to trigger. You have seen in the past few days that if there is, India also have tested its missile systems. That means if something happens, it will lock it and it will destroy in the sky itself. Okay, he will not. It will not like wait for a signal from a human being to launch. Okay, if it feels there is something which is disturbing, which is dangerous, it will just stop it. Likewise, you have a heartbeat control system or a pacemaker, which is a part of your heart system. When somebody has a heart issue, sometimes we put a device in its chest, like a pacemaker. What this pacemaker will do? The pacemaker will monitor the heart rate every time, and if a heart rate is going down, it will then enhance the rate towards normal human heart rate. Okay, this is called the pacemakers. So these are the real time softwares that actually comes in, and they have to work in the real time. So this real-time software should include data gathering component. That means they can gather the data, they can learn the data, the analyzing component to analyze that data. Now that we should understand what the data is and how data has been changing. The control and output component, that means the system should have a control unit and an output unit and a monitoring component, and so there should be something which can be monitored. Okay, so these are the four basic components that the real-time system should have. The next is called the business software. Business softwares are the business information processing is the largest single software application area. Now the business are of different type of people uses the business, so it has a huge classifications. Okay, the applications in this area restructure existing data in a way that facilitates business operations or management decision making. Okay. In addition to conventional data processing applications, business software applications also encompasses interactive computing like point of sale transaction processing. So business area changes with the demand, and with the change in the demand, the software has to change. Okay, so these softwares are created for the business line of business, right? Like a point of sale transaction processing. Like you have seen a machine which is available at most of the stores, most of the grocery stores, most of the outlets like big supermarkets where you swipe your card. The machine comes with a functionality that a card of any bank can be swapped, and the machine the vendor gets the money, and the person who has used the card will be debited the amount from his account. So this is the business logic that actually works with multiple users. The next is called embedded softwares. These softwares are intelligent products have become commonplace in nearly every consumer and industrial market. Embedded software resides in read-only memory and is used to control products and systems for the consumer and industrial markets. Embedded softwares can perform very limited and exotic functions like keypad control of a microwave oven, or provide significant function or control capability. Digital functions in an automobile, such as fuel control, dashboard display, and braking systems. Okay, the embedded means the software resides in the hardware. This is called embedded. Okay, I am embedding it with the hardware. Okay, the software is not a single component now. Now the software is a part of the hardware, like your smart podiums, which you can see in your classrooms, like your projectors, which is now controlled with Bluetooth, the printers, which can be accessed through Bluetooth, the smart washing machines, smart TVs, they have embedded softwares that actually are controlled using infrared or Bluetooth based technologies. Okay, so they are the softwares which actually do limited set of functions. Okay, I cannot if I want to have a washing machine to call someone, I cannot do it. Otherwise, if it doesn't have a particular set of the software, if the software is not enhanced too, the main job of that software is to display the timers, to rotate the machine with with the same spin speed, and to raise an alarm in case of an error. So these are the functions that a machine should do, washing machine should do, and it does that particular function. So it has a limited function always. Then there is something called personal computer softwares. The personal computer software market has then burgeoned over the past 2 decades. Like we are having lots of applications which are general purpose, right? Like word processing or spreadsheet, computer graphics, multimedia, entertainment, database management, financial applications. These are certain set of examples that we can see that they doesn't have a specific set of users. Okay, so what we mean by specific set of users, like word processing can be done by a doctor, it can done by a lawyer, it can done by engineer, it can done by a financial market people. Oh, this word software should actually have a functionality which is multifaceted. Okay, so that's why they are come with personal computers. Okay, they are some software which actually is there for personal computers. They are not business related. Okay, business related means they are specific to a business, and personal computer means they are not specific to other users or an application. They can be used on multiple applications. Now, the next is called web-based softwares. Web-based softwares are like web pages that are retrieved by the browsers, software that incorporate executable instructions like the CGI and HTML, Perl, or Java, and data that is hypertext or a variety of visual and audio formats. So when you retrieve data on a web page, the web page doesn't have just the text. Earlier it was having just text. The HTML pages have a static text. They don't have dynamic data like videos and audios. Now the web page that you see today actually has very dynamic in nature. They have lots of dynamic data. You can comment, you can interact, you can control it from the back end, what a user can see, what a user cannot see, right? So the web-based software generally are more interactive than the static set of data. Now, another field of software is called artificial intelligence software, like your ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a generative uh, AI based software where you post a text and it will generate an answer for you. Now, these have a special algorithm to solve complex problems that are not amenable to computation or straightforward analysis. Like this was one of the examples. Now, another example that we have is expert system where where a patient generally puts some symptoms and the expert system generally tells the diagnosis of what the person is suffering from, or what type of uh, medicine should he take. So this is known as expert systems. Okay, so these type of systems generally make use of machine learning and deep learning type of concepts, which are part of an artificial intelligence domain. Okay, that's why these systems are known as artificial intelligence softwares. So these were certain set of type of softwares that we actually thinks the system is to be developed. And one of the software, the business software, also known as application software, we also call them as application software because they are built for a certain set of applications. Okay, this is what I want to highlight here. Now, after going through the type of software, we should also know one major concept which will stop here after this, that is called legacy softwares. Industry generally builds software that should be long lived. They should not be a short lived soft projects. Like me, if I create a software, it cost me suppose 100 crores. So I have to recover 100 crores, and at the same time I should do a business for last next 10 years so that I can build more and more money out of that particular investment that I have. So the software that are older and needs continuous modification to meet changes in the business requirements and computing platforms are called legacy softwares. You should understand this term legacy comes from like virasat in Hindi, and we call this because something has been given to you by a forefather. Okay, so the company builds a software 25 years ago and you are part of the company today, so you are a part of a system which was up and running for last 25 years. So in last 25 years you might have introduced lots of new code, lots of new errors, lots of new logics, right? So as per the changing business requirements and the computing platforms, you might have changes multiple times. So these software require a maintenance more frequently than the software that are created today. Okay, so that's why it's called legacy softwares. Now legacy softwares are part of the industry, but they are problematic as well because new people are coming with new technologies, new platforms. Okay, and these software generally run on older platforms. They are not able to change the platform due to certain restrictions. Like example is long before when we were a part of industry, we used to work on insurance domain, and insurance domain generally we work with .NET based system, and the backend was run on COBOL DB2 databases. So we asked the question that why we cannot change a COBOL based system to say Java based system or any other backend system, right? The answer is financial market rest on DB2 database 2. Okay, it's a COBOL database. Now, and it's COBOL is a business oriented language, like common language with business orientation. Now you cannot stop share market for a single hour or single minute. Okay, it will be a huge loss of investment. So when you cannot stop a running system for a single second, how you can manage to replace that DB2 with any new hardware? Okay, so these are certain restrictions or constraints that forces you to not to change the legacy system. Okay, now if you don't change, what are the problem? Why the change should occur? The software must adapt to meet the needs of the new computing environment and technology. This is the first and foremost thing that the legacy system should face the issue, right? Why should we change? Because there is a changing need that comes up every 6 months, or every 3 months, every month, and we have to incorporate those changes. The second thing is the system must enhance to implement new business requirements. Now you need to have new dashboards, new analytics, new alert systems. So these systems can, if you want to market it, you have to change the legacy system in such a way that they keep the past as well, and they come up with the new future things as well. The software must be extended to make it interoperable with the modern systems and databases. Now you cannot say that I cannot, if I was working on DB2, I will not integrate someone which is working on SQL or any other database of the choice. Or if I was understanding certain formats in my like DB2 understand a copybook format, right? And it is different from all the other formats, which is older format. Now the system actually, done most of system today actually understands XML or JSON format. So if you say that I will not integrate with JSON, I would not understand JSON, and I don't understand XML system, how system will work. Okay, so in that case, there is something called middleware. The middleware was introduced, generally created by IBM's, and what it does, it will transfer. It acts like a translator. So whenever DB2 wants to talk to a client or a different system, the translator translate a copybook to an XML or JSON format. And if a customer wants to talk to DB2, it will convert a JSON or XML to a DB2 format. Okay, so the system is now more is extended now, and a multiple client can connect to the same DB2 systems. Software must be re-architectured to make it viable within the network environment. So software should be restructured so that it can have its presence in the complete networking system now. The lots of networking devices coming up, they have to integrate with the devices, they have to send some polling data, some parameters that needs to be monitored with the networking devices. These are some of the reasons why the legacy system should change. Okay, and we have discussed what are legacy systems. So legacy systems are part of the industry, and they will remain in the industry for longer period of time. But at the same time, we need to enhance them day by day with the new business requirements and new technologies as and when it is part of the system. So hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.